Hello, SigmaWho here signing on, and look at this. I've got diamond armor. I'm sorry, I can't get over that. I usually don't have diamond armor, and today, this mountain dies. And you know what? I've got elytra. It would be a shame not to use it. Swoop-de-boop, and okay, let's take flight. As you can see, this is a pretty big mountain. Nothing terribly impressive for people who have a lot of time and maybe a beacon. But, you know, I don't have either of those things, and I have to flatten out all of this, a good chunk of this. Like, I'm probably going to have to end up doing this section here. And I don't know if I'm going to bleed over into this birch forest over here or not. But the reason I've got to flatten this today is because of... I can't land on trees. Okay. Well, the reason it needs to go is because I am going to be putting my mall right there. And you know what? There's not much to say. It's just mountain killing time. You know what?
お前はもう死んでいる。何?
Alright, mountain is dead. It's died. It didn't take me 2 weeks or anything. Right, so I have put down the outline for the mall here. And in case you were wondering what a mountain looks like, it's that. That is what a mountain looks like. Or at least, this is what a mountain would look like if I hadn't emptied most of these chests already. You see, I have been working on some projects, and all the stone that I had, it's gone. I've been slowly turning all of this cobblestone into buttons. So yeah, the mountain has effectively been gone, reduced to buttons. Yep. And let's see here. Yes. So you might be wondering, why do I need so many buttons? Oh, I'm gonna go take a nap real quick. You might be asking yourself, why would Sigma need so many buttons? Well, I'm not a technical player, alright, but buttons prevent spawning from happening. Hostile mobs at the very least, cannot spawn on buttons, and I'm pretty sure it's universal. Buttons mean no spawns. And, well, I lost my train of thought, alright, but long story short, I am never digging out a mountain like this again, right? I was just like, nope, that's not a thing, and I think... yeah, so... I'll be showing that little project I did later, but we're going to be cheesing the wither, because you know what? I'm tired, I'm excited for 1.18, I want to move on. We're just going to be getting ourselves a beacon, and then that will be that. Before we attack the wither, though, or trap him and then torture it, I have been working on some other things. I was experiencing some lag back over there because of all the animals I've got, and I was thinking of building a little llama hut out yonder. And I discovered a skeleton grinder. So once again, I'm not a technical player, but I'll go ahead and show you what I've set up here. It's really terrible entrance. I haven't decorated it or anything, and it's very, very basic. Let's see. So if we come back here, brick this. It's just your basic setup. You've got the water streams pushing the skeletons, and I've got a double layer type of thing. So there's a water source block there, and then there's another one up right there. And I'm just going to leave real quick. And, well, you know, there's also some stuff going on up top I'd like to show you, but I can't, it's not very easy to do. Uh-oh. That's because they damaged themselves. Okay, so my flying is terrible, so no guarantees on how this is going to turn out, right? Right. What? Wah! Okay. I got it. Come on. Smooth landing. Ugh. Okay, close enough. Alright. So we're gonna peel the top off of this thing. Yeah, okay. So as you can kind of see here, we start on the side, and there is the column that they come up from with the bubbles, as you can see from the soul soil, and then I have a water source block here pushing them, because the water likes to flow in whatever direction there's like a gap, but in this case I just kind of forced it to flow in one direction by blocking off all the other sides, because I don't want to do crazy water physics. And then instead of having like a single gap of air where they could walk through, oh dear. Yeah, as you can see, like, you're not supposed to get stuck there. I think it's because he's fighting the current, but, die. Okay, so the way this works, at least when they're passive and just letting themselves be pushed around, is there's a source from the bottom pushing them, and there's a source from the top pushing them. At least that's how it's supposed to work. I don't know if this is counterproductive or counterintuitive or whatever, but the way I've got the sign zigzagging, it worked for me when I was testing it, at least better. It worked better than leaving, like, for example, like this to be an air and just having the water stop here and then having another section of, like, water column stream thingy on this side. So yeah, this is kind of what I've been doing. It took forever, much trial and error. I haven't worked with anything like this before, where you try dropping the skeletons down so that they're kind of one hit at the bottom. And I was testing in my creative world, and basically skeletons need like 23 blocks or 24 blocks when they fall before they're on the type of damage where you can just punch them and they die, right? Right, so I think we should have a skeleton ready for us to demonstrate this. Yeah, very easy. And it's been pretty decent so far. I was only here for a few... Actually, I don't know how long, but it couldn't have been longer than 2 hours. And considering I don't really build farms, I'm going to take that and this product as a win, especially the arrows, because arrows are hella expensive, right? I think costs like an emerald for 16 arrows, but for this I just get them for free within minutes, right? And I must have a vendetta against skeletons today or something, because as you saw, the wither skull heads. So, I'm going to go ahead and show you what I was doing in the Nether Fortress that I have occupied. Down yonder here is where the Nether Fortress I have discovered is, and I've occupied it. And I have just been putting a crazy amount of buttons down, right? I think I've crafted somewhere around like 30,000 buttons, and I've placed about 27,000 of them. That was last I checked, and that was a while ago. Yeah, so it starts back here, and then, whoops. Momentary lapse of control, but if you look back here, like, yeah, everything, everything is just buttons, buttons, buttons for days, right? And, yeah, that's the platform I had expanded because, I don't want to fall down there. But, like, yeah, just buttons. Now, whoa. Okay, so I'm not a technical player, but, y'all know that buttons prevent spawn. So you're like, well, why would you put buttons on the spawning platform where things are supposed to spawn? Well, that's because magma cubes, the big ones, which I despise and loathe with a passion, they require a 3x2, so like, space to spawn, so like an area of 6 blocks, right? So by putting these in this, these buttons in this pattern, I'm kind of blocking them from spawning in theory. The problem with the buttons is, firstly, ghasts, when they spawn and they shoot at me, they break the buttons. And, yeah, it looks like I'm missing a button here. 'Cause there are frequent ghast attacks. I haven't finished buttoning very far out as of yet, despite using thousands and thousands of buttons. So, yeah, so far it's only spawned one giant magma cube since I've put down these buttons, and I'm pretty sure that was a mistake of some kind because I had, like, not filled in a hole that a ghast had left when they, like, in the pattern, right? So, I was doing a little bit of reading, and the reason that has to be dark up there is because wither skeletons will not spawn if there's light, because I originally had torches up there, and that's a no-no, for wither skulls, to get wither skulls from wither skeletons. And if we come back out here, the ghasts, so the problem is, players have a, oh shoot, speak of the devil. Oh no, that's a small one. That's not like a giant one. Is it? No, that's kind of a big one, but not really. Okay, yeah, I'm leaving. Goodbye. Anyway. Whoa. That's just counterproductive. Yep. Okay, yeah, so this is kind of what I could do is I'll lure the zombified piglins, or the the wither skeletons into here to try and kill them to get their skulls. And I think the blaze can actually break the buttons too, which is super obnoxious, but you know, whatever. And then I'll just whack them, kapow. And I've got a little bit of a station back here, but that's not what I wanted to talk about. What I want to talk about is that there's a spawning, like, radius around the player, right? Of about, I was reading multiple things. I was reading like 280 blocks or something of that sort, and then like there was another one where it was like 400 or something, and I was like, oh, one must be radius, one must be diameter. But then I was reading more, and it was like something to the effect of the mobs spawn there, but if they're not within the 100 whatever radius of the player, then they despawn. So there's just some confusion on my part, I guess, about if I'm standing somewhere in that farm. I think it's in this direction anyway. I think I just got lost 1 minute. Okay, yeah, but there's some, I'm definitely lost, but there was some confusion on my part about how large exactly the radius is for the spawning. And I guess there's this bastion here. I did die to a piglin brute, unhappily. Unfortunately, there was no pig step in there, so it was pretty much a useless bastion. But anyway. Oh wait, if I know where the bastion is, then I'm not lost. I say flying off into the distance and getting increasingly lost. Whoa, okay, no. This is too far. I don't like this. So now that I'm no longer lost, I've been unlost or refound, whatever. Yeah, so I've just been kind of using this to grind out wither skeletons, and it's a tedious process considering they like to yield to blazes, at least. It seems that way. And sometimes I read that they're supposed to spawn in groups of 4, and I've noticed that the blazes also spawn in groups of 4, as do the zombified piglins, but sometimes it'll be like a mix-matched group, or I don't know if that's how it works, or if I've just been if they've been falling off the platform or whatever, because that has happened a few times. Like, I'll come down here and find, like, a guy had fallen. Yeah, I think that kind of wraps up all the explanation for what I've been doing here. And you know what? It's time to cheese the Wither. So as I'm heading back here, I'd like to discuss the Wither. Of course, I've never fought it before. Like pretty much everything else. Whoa, that's a big one. Dang, okay. Anyway, so the Wither. There are different ways to cheese it. You can put it underground in like a space and then use the tunnel to limit its mobility. But there's also a way where you can trap it in the bedrock. Now, one is, I won't say that the underground version is foolproof, but it's definitely a tested and tried method, whereas the bedrock beneath the bedrock of the little fountain teleportation well thingy-what's in the center of the end island, that can sometimes go wrong. And as you saw earlier, I only have 5 wither skulls, so if I decide to bail, well, I mean, I can't. First, I'll have a wither on the loose, and that sounds like terrible news. And secondly, I don't get another chance at this right now, and I don't feel like grinding out another wither skull, because I want to update this world, but I can't. I'm not going to do that yet. I want to finish this episode, and then I'll update the world, like, next episode. That seems like the plan. Bed. Okay, so yeah, so I've got to make a decision now. Do I want to cheese the Wither in the end, or do I want to try and do it in the overworld? Because if I do it in the overworld, I gotta do a little bit more preparation, a little bit more digging, correct? Versus if I just do it in the end and I decide to run away, well, actually, I have no idea. Well, so we're just gonna go ahead and here's my soul sand. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's all I need. Alright, had to restart my entire computer, but you know, things happen. So we're just basically gonna be digging out under this here bedrock thing. Now, here's the thing. I have no idea how far down this is actually supposed to go. So is it supposed to be like 1 block, 2 blocks below? I think it's supposed to be 3 blocks below, and then you put the obsidian down, right? And then you put the soul sand on top of the obsidian, and then... yeah, so like this would have to be 1 deeper. Right, okay. Methinks. Now I have to actually dig out the rest of this, because you have to center the tail of the Wither, where the, the center column is in the bedrock above. So, let's just figure out where the border of this well is. Okay, yeah, so that's there. Okay, yeah, that's it. Actually, I'm gonna clear this out too. Blah, okay. Yeah, so that should be it, and then this should be 5 blocks across, 2, 3, 4, 5. So then the obsidian tail would go right there, and then it would be the 3 across. Let's go ahead and grab our ender chest. I don't even have my ender chest. Okay. Don't know why I left this here, but I have actually a box dedicated to obsidian, so I just need 4 of those. Okay, let's see. Falling through the void. Oh, there we go. This always freaks me out because sometimes Endermen will spawn kind of on those little terrain chunks over there, and then you accidentally look at them and they'll like teleport over and smash your face in when you still are in a state of semi-existence. It's pretty terrifying and not exactly fair. It's like, dude, I'm just trying to exist. I'm extremely disoriented. You're just coming over and like bashing my brains in. Not cool. But, you know, I don't think Endermen particularly care about fairness. Okay, so I'm not taking any chances with this, right? So 1, 2, this is it. This is it. Obsidian goes there. Very cool. Okay, bleh. And then wrong tool. Okay, now it's soul sand time. And here's the thing. Okay, so I did a little bit of contemplating, right? Used my noggin. And if the wither does actually escape its confines, then it actually makes more sense to have an elytra in the end, especially with these endermen around. I would not want to be vulnerable. So airborne is the way to go. And, you know, never spawned a wither before. Does it work if you put the head on? No, it doesn't. Okay. 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 I know this guy's supposed to explode or something. Please don't eat my face. I like my face. And you've got 3 heads with very pointy teeth. Is he stuck? Dude, he's stuck. Yes, worked. Aha. Yes, I did it. I'm actually surprised this worked the first time. I was not expecting that to go well. I also probably should have done a little bit of extra background research before I started this entire endeavor, and I think I'm shouting because this is quite loud. Okay, I'm speaking at a normal volume now, but almost done? Cheesed. Ooh, he gave me a head. Nice. Look at me, I'm all blue and angry. Yeah. We've got what we came for, which was this little nether star dude. And yeah, I think that's kind of it. Might as well just hop through the portal. You know, that was actually extremely anticlimactic, just like the dragon fight, but at least this one I was expecting because, you know, that's in the definition of cheesing, right? Like, it's supposed to be... I hope I don't run into that witch. Anyway. Now here's the real question of the century. How the heck do you craft a beacon? Wait. So I need more obsidian, then I need some glass. Okie doke, so I'm back at the greenhouse. I've grabbed some glass from one of my chests over there, and... it's beacon time. Now, here's the thing. This is like my second time touching a beacon. First time was on an SMP. I have no idea how to use this thing, actually. So this requires some further examination. I'll figure something out, right? Wait, do I need to still touch this? Okay, better safe than sorry, right? Oh, that's a nice sound effect. Okay, so I'll figure out what to do with this beacon, but in the meantime, I don't know how many wither skeletons I've killed. Let me take a look-see. Statistics, mobs... Let's go to that. Wither skeleton. I've killed 129 wither skeletons. Yeah, that kind of sucks. I don't want to keep doing that for the rest of my life, so I'm just gonna plop. Yeah, keep that guy there. That is all that I have time for today. Next episode, we're gonna go ahead and work over there where I had talked about moving these assorted llamas to, and never ended up doing this episode. So yeah, that's on the agenda for next time. And next time, I don't know why I'm looking at this tower of resources, but we're probably gonna go head underground right beneath the greenhouse and see what 1.18 has to offer us. This has been SigmaWho, and I'm signing off.